What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing the end of the year routine top 10 finds of the year. I'm actually going to be doing a top 15 because that's just how many I came across. I had more, but I was like 15 should be the limit. But before we get started, I just want to say Merry Christmas. This should be coming out Sunday on Christmas. That's why I've got my festive shirt on. I'm sorry there was no flea market video this week. I actually went to San Antonio last weekend, and the flea markets were trash. I didn't find nothing. It was nothing like last year. So instead, I'm gonna be doing my top 15 finds of this year. So I hope you guys enjoy. And what's funny about this list is basically everything is from the flea market. Not that I didn't find anything good at the thrift store, it's just I found the best deals at the flea market, except for the number one item, which was actually found at the thrift. But let's go ahead and jump into it with number 15. So starting off at number 15, we have this pair of sneakers right here that I actually got at the flea market. So the reason why this one is kind of low on the list and not higher up is because I did have to pay up for these, unfortunately. But it's a pair of Lightning 4s that I found at the flea market for $150. Not really the best flea market prices, especially considered what else is on this list I'm going to show you guys. But this was a shoe that I was looking for a while, and I finally got them in my size with the box and everything, so it had to be on the list. Unfortunately, I don't have the footage to show you guys of that because that was the weekend that my GoPro messed up. But I should have the footage for a lot of the rest of this stuff on here, except for this next item, which is why it's so high up on the list as well, and that is the copy of Silent Hill on the PS1 that I found for $2. Well, technically I didn't find it, my friend found it. Shout out Straight Up Classics. We were looking in a tub of games, and he pulled out a blank DVD case. He opened it up and it was a loose disc of Silent Hill. This is a reproduction case. I just ordered it just to have it in a case. But yeah, he found the loose disc in a blank black DVD case. He asked the vendor how much they wanted for it, and they said $2. And then he let me take it because he had it already. So I paid $2 for it. And again, this one would have been higher up on the list, but this was during the time, I think I had took like a month off of doing YouTube videos. And I found this during that time. Moving on to number 13. Again, this one's kind of higher up on the list because I didn't end up keeping this one, and I didn't make any money on it. I actually sold it to the friend that actually let me get that Silent Hill. So you gotta help your friends out. It all comes back around in the end. It was the Crash Bandicoot 2 shirt that I found. Ended up finding that shirt for $20, and that's what I sold it to my friend for $20, the $20 that I spent on it. So this one definitely would have been higher up on the list if I would have sold it and made some money on it. But since I just got my money back for it, that's why it's kind of lower on the list, but definitely a great find for only $20. Next up on the list, number 12, we have the big lot of Betty Boop tees that I found. The ones from the 80s and 90s. Ended up spending $80 on 8 of them, so they came out to about $10 each. This one's kind of lower on the list because it took me forever to sell those. I think I still have like a couple of them left. But for like $10 each, I made my money back on like 1 or 2 of them. So that's why that's number 12. Moving on to number 10, this one is something I bought for my personal collection. The reason why this one's kind of low on the list is because I kind of had to pay up on this one, but I think I still got a good deal on it. And that is the sealed lockdown theme deck right here, the Pokemon deck. So I ended up paying $75 for it. So even though I didn't get like the greatest deal on it, I still got a decent deal, and it was something for my personal collection I didn't really mind paying. If I paid a little bit lower for this definitely would have been higher up on the list. Coming in at number 9, we have the Sports Specialties 49ers Script Snapback that I found. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it. It was either 10 or 15. It was in that general area. I don't have that hat no more. Ended up selling it for $120. I'm not a 49ers fan, so I didn't need it. But I definitely got a steal on that one. That's why it's number 9 on the list. Coming in at number 8 is something I kept for my personal collection. So this one and the next one actually came in the same lot together, and I got them both for $15 each. So the first one, this is the one I actually ended up keeping, is the Darth Vader Star Wars tee from 1997. I'm not like the biggest Star Wars fan, but when I found this shirt, like I really wanted to keep it just because I was a big fan of the graphic on it. And if I did want to sell this tee, I'm pretty sure I could get like around $150 for it. So that was number 8. And then like I said, number 7 came from that same lot, and it was that Magic Johnson Bulls tee that I had found. That one was another one I definitely would have kept for the personal collection, but I wasn't a fan of the fit on it, so I decided to go ahead and sell it. I still have it. I still have it for sale. I just don't feel like digging it out. But for only $15, it was definitely a steal. Coming in at number 6, it was 2 pairs of Yeezys that I found together, and this was before all the controversy stuff with Kanye. So they were a little easier to move, for one. But it was a pair of the blue tints and a pair of the creams, and I ended up getting those for only $3 each. I ended up selling the blue tints for $150, and I think I still have the creams. So to pay $6 total for the 2 pairs and already sell one for $150, I mean, come on. Okay, so I'm just realizing now that my numbers kind of got messed up. I think I skipped number 11, but I mean, I'll put the numbers so you guys can tell what number I'm on. So this should be number 6, and that is the Fighting Alani Starter Shatter Snapback. It's a lot to say in like one sentence, but I ended up finding that hat for only $1. I had found a big lot of hats, and the guy only wanted $1 each for them, and that was one of the hats that was in there. I ended up keeping that hat for a little bit, but then I was like, whatever, I don't really need it, so I ended up selling it. Another one I had found in that lot was a Mavs Laser Sports Specialties, and I actually still have that one, but the Alani one was just one I didn't need. Moving on to number 5, this was actually a recent find, and when I say recent, I mean like the last flea market video, and that is the Sports Specialties Spurs Laser right here. When I found this hat, it was $10 because it was super beat up. It still needs some work, like I'm still working on it when I have time, but as you can see, like I already cleaned it up quite a bit, and to get this one for only $10 was a steal. The only other one I can find for sale of this hat is on eBay for $300. I'm still not 100% sure if I want to keep it or not. Like, I'm not a Spurs fan, I'm a Mavs fan, but I'm still gonna try to clean it up more, and then I don't know, I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Coming in at number 4, it's the Dallas Stars jersey that I found. I'm probably gonna butcher this name, but it was like Nwimbadik, something like that. But I ended up picking up that jersey for $25, and I ended up selling it for $280 on eBay. And it's funny because that vendor usually sells their stuff kind of high, and then when they told me $25 for that jersey, I was like, that's a steal. I'm definitely gonna take it. Anytime you can find those authentic jerseys with the fight strap inside of it, definitely grab them. Coming in at number 3, it's actually what's right here behind me, a Grail item I had been looking for a long time, and that is the Nintendo box that's up here in the corner. So the reason why this one's so high up on the list is because, like I said, it was a Grail item I had been looking for the longest time, and I finally found it, and I paid $40 for it. And I want to say it's probably around like the $200-300 mark if I wanted to sell it, but I don't plan on getting rid of that one anytime soon. Coming in at number 2 was another one that I got from my personal collection, and it was when I found a lot of Pokemon cards. It was older one. A couple of the standouts in there were a base set 2 Charizard holographic, which I still have in my collection. Another one was a first edition Dark Charizard, which I actually sold to get my money back and more, and I sold that Charizard for like $500. But the one that I thought was really cool, that's why it's number 2 on the list, is the Ghost Stamp Pikachu right here. So it's basically a Shadowless Pikachu, and then you have the Ghost Stamp right there, the first edition mark that's like barely there. And these cards, all of them were like in great shape. Whoever had them took really good care of them. And it was funny because the dude charged me a lot for the Charizards. I mean, I say a lot, but I still got a really good deal on them. But this one right here, he only charged me $5 for, I guess because he just thought it was a normal Pikachu. When I picked this one up, I just thought it was cool because I thought it was like an error card or whatever. But then when I got home and started doing more research on it, that's when I found out it was a Ghost Stamp. So yeah, I just thought this was really cool to find for only $5. And then coming in at number 1, like I said in the beginning of the video, the only thrift store find on the whole list, and that was the Forest Green Nike Center Swoosh that I found for only $9. So when I found that one on the rack, I made a joke saying, do people still like these? Like, I knew what it was worth, I knew what it was. I had so many people on Instagram trying to buy that sweater off me for like super cheap. I guess they thought I didn't know what I had, but I actually ended up selling that hoodie. I was gonna keep it, but then I was thinking about it, and it's like, do I really need it? It's just a basic green hoodie with a little Nike swoosh, like. But yeah, guys, those were my top 15 finds for 2022. I messed up on the numbers, I know I did, but I mean, I'll put the numbers so you guys can see. I didn't feel like starting over this recording. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe. If I found something this year that you guys thought should have been on this list, let me know, because I know there was a lot of things that like I was debating putting on here as well. And then I also didn't put the stuff like the box N64 I have up there, or the gold N64, because that was stuff I got in a trade. I didn't like legit find it in the wild. And then there was also some stuff like I didn't record, I didn't put. Like, I got an Amiga computer for free that I ended up selling on eBay for $600. Since I have no like footage or nothing of it, I decided just to leave it off the list completely. But I hope you guys did enjoy this list. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to all of you guys, happy new year, and let's hope 2023 brings us all some good finds. So catch you guys later.